happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando, and today let's talk about trademarks. Now, I made a few videos about this in the past, but I know there's a lot of new viewers that are watching my videos now, and they're asking the same questions I was getting 2-3 years ago. And it's always, how do I trademark my logo? Should I trademark every single design that I put out? How do you trademark stuff? Do you trademark stuff? What should I do? Now, these are all valid questions. I get the concern and I understand what people are curious about. One, they don't want nobody to steal their designs. So they probably have people saying, hey, that's a good idea. Maybe you should trademark that. So what they do is they jump on YouTube and they find people like myself and other people that are creating content around making t-shirts, and they're looking for trademark advice or how to even start the process. Now, for myself, I've trademarked stuff in the past. Do I do it now? Currently, no. I have my own reasons that I'll break down later in this video. But if I could give anybody advice on trademarking, the best advice I could give is hire a trademark attorney. The attorney will help you file for your trademark, but also they are a wealth of knowledge and information. They would be the best person to tell you what that trademark actually protects, what it doesn't protect, and then also you can ask what the steps would be if somebody infringed on your trademark. Instead of going on YouTube and listening to a bunch of people talk about it, go to the professional when it comes to something like this. So if you were thinking about trademarking your logo or you're curious about it, hire a trademark attorney. It's one Yelp search away, or you could go to the Yellow Pages if they still got that. But all you have to do is Google search or Yelp search trademark attorney and go from there. So if you stuck around and you want to know why I don't trademark any of my logos anymore, or what my thoughts are on trademarking, let's get into it. Now, there's a few different reasons why I personally don't trademark stuff. One of the main reasons is you need to have money to back up your trademark. So let's say that you spent the money, you hired a trademark attorney, that attorney helped you file for your trademark. You paid him his fees, you paid for the trademark, you now legally own your logo. You have the paperwork saying that you own this logo. Cool. Now let's say that somebody wants to infringe on your trademark, right? Now you get word that somebody is using your trademark logo as their own logo. And you're like, oh man, I own the trademark. I'm about to go after this person. Just because you have that piece of paper saying that you own that trademark, you can't just wave the piece of paper in front of that person's face and say, hey man, check it out. I own that trademark. I own you now. Or pay me this much money or else. All of that stuff is just an open threat, because in order to back up that trademark, you have to take that person to court. You have to have somebody fighting for that trademark. Now, do you represent yourself in court, or do you have an attorney or a legal team fight for that trademark in court for you? That costs money. Now, let's say that one person only sold maybe 2 t-shirts using your trademark logo, and they infringed on that trademark, and you want to sue them for, you know, whatever money they made, plus your pain and suffering and your legal fees and all that stuff, right? Cool. So you sue that person. They don't got no money. Their business goes under. They still owe you X amount of dollars. Now let's say 80 more people infringe on your logo. Now you have your legal team has to fight 80 different people on that logo. Now, is this a real world scenario? Probably not, but at the same exact time, it could happen, right? So now your legal team has to fight all 80 people. Obviously, that costs money too. So for myself, I don't got that kind of money. I don't have a big legal budget where I could just back up these trademarks, sending out cease and desist letters and then people ignoring those letters and continuing to use my trademark. Now I have to take real legal action, take these people to court. I don't have the time. I don't have that kind of money. So for myself, justice is served a lot quicker. And to me, it seems a lot more efficient to publicly shame these people that are stealing your trademark on social media. It's easier to cripple their business and stop the sales of your trademark logo through social media than it is going through the court system. And like I said, this is just my own personal opinion. There's people that are going to agree with me. There's going to be people that disagree with me. This is just for myself. If you feel different, make a video about what you feel like when it comes to trademarking. So like I said, this is just how I feel. Somebody steals my trademark logo. This happens all the time. People take logos all the time. I run a lot of different brands. I find people that are taking my logo and using it for something else. It happens all the time. So what I do is I reach out to that person via social media and say, hey, that logo looks familiar. Obviously, you stole it from me. I'm aware that you stole it from me. Either you could stop using my logo now, or I can make it public knowledge that you stole my logo. Now they could do one or two things. They could respond to me, or they could ignore me and be like, fuck off, whatever. Whatever the case is, if that happens and they tell me to fuck off or they keep doing it, I have no problem with exposing this person for stealing my logo. Now, with your own loyal following of people that have purchased your products and feel that your trademark logo is cool as shit, they wear it on their body, now they're loyal in the sense of, if I mention on any Instagram post that this brand stole this logo, my following will go and attack them for me. So publicly shaming somebody on social media can stop the sales, it can cripple the business, because now this person is labeled as a thief. Now, they could always just block me, right? Like, oh man, I stole the logo from him, I'm just gonna block. It's easy for me to find out who's wearing their clothes, who's buying their clothes, who supports that brand. I could reach out to them and start shaming them straight directly to the customers. Has it happened before? Hell yeah. And I'm not in the business to hurt other businesses, but at the same exact time, I do not support or respect people that steal designs. That's the corniest shit ever. So if somebody's stealing a logo, stealing designs, shit like that, I have no problem with publicly shaming that person on social media. Now, am I getting paid back for them stealing my logo? No, not really. But it does help me to know that I am shutting these people down. Personally, by myself. Or not by myself, but I'm shutting these people down with the help of my loyal followers. For example, say somebody comes out and steals my little Big Brando logo, passes it off as themselves. Maybe instead of a bald head, they got hair, so they just added hair on top of my little logo. I have no problem hitting that person up and saying, hey, you stole my logo, and then letting people on YouTube know that so-and-so is pretending to be Big Brando and they stole my logo. I'm pretty confident that I at least have 100 people that watch my videos that would go to that person and basically be like, hey, you stole Big Brando's logo, you're a fraud. This jeopardizes the authenticity of that person's channel, brand, business, whatever it is, because now they are being labeled as a thief. They're stealing designs, stealing logos. Who the hell wants to support a brand that steals logos? So boom, my job is done. So for that main reason, that's why I personally do not trademark any of my logos. I mean, if a brand or business that I'm running is doing very, very good numbers, and I can see the longevity of that business or that brand, then I have no problem with trademarking that logo. But as a startup, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, you know what? I am not gonna sell nothing until I trademark this because I don't want nobody stealing my stuff. Now, if you are one of these people, think about this. Let's say you have a good idea. You have this really cool logo and you're like, all right, I'm gonna trademark this because I don't want nobody to steal it. I have all these good ideas. I have all these shirts printed up or whatever it is. I'm ready to sell, but I don't want to put it out to market until I actually trademark this logo and protect myself. There's a lot of people in my comments, there's a lot of people in my DMs, emails that are in this same boat, so I am talking directly to you. If you are one of these people and you're just waiting to sell your stuff because you want to trademark your stuff first, let's say that you do that, right? So now you have this logo, you want to trademark it before you put it out to sell. You go through the whole process, you hire a trademark attorney, they help you file, you now own this trademark. Cool, now you're ready to sell. 6-8 months go by, you have your trademark. Now let's open up my online store and start selling. Now another 6 months go by and you haven't sold not one thing. Maybe you sold like 1 or 2 t-shirts to your mom and maybe like your uncle or something. You spent all that money and all that time trademarking a logo that you can't even sell now. You're not making no money, but you own the trademark, but you're not making no money whatsoever. Now you basically wasted time, wasted money on a trademark logo that you have no idea what to do with, but you own it. So for myself, I believe in proof of concept. I've made videos about this. I might make more videos about it because a lot of people don't seem to really grasp that idea. Proof of concept to me is basically proving to myself that my idea is profitable before I do anything else, right? So in this case, I'd rather put my ideas out to market and see if I could sell them before I even think about trademarking anything or anything like that. Now you're probably thinking like, well, if I put it out and somebody sees it and they steal it, my idea is no longer mine anymore. And I get that fear and I get that risk. But for myself, I'm not too scared about that kind of stuff. Like I said, I rely on social media. I rely on a lot of other things outside of just the legal aspect of it. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you're thinking about trademarking, if you feel like your brand needs to be trademarked, by all means, go for it. I'm not against it. I'm not against you doing it. There's nothing wrong with it. Just for me, I just don't get down that way. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.